All right, we're starting again. For some reason, the recording went off. I don't know why. I'm going to start over. I'm going to show you guys some of my basing practices for my miniatures. This is how I base most of all my miniatures nowadays. I think it works good. It's easy. I use a product called VMS Smart Mud. I like to water it down. You don't have to. Depends on what consistency you like. Take a miniature, get some of the VMS Smart Mud on there. Once I get a good amount on there, I take some normal sand, beach sand, playground sand, whatever you got, just out in the fucking driveway sand. Sprinkle it on there, tap it off, go around the base just to clean off the base, because in my consistency, it sort of runs off to the side. Takes about an hour to dry, at least dry enough to paint with a primer. Probably needs about 2 hours again with the consistency that I use. It's a little watery. If you're going to water it down, I suggest using distilled water so there's no mold or anything like that. Some of you may notice that is a drinking glass. And yes, it's a drinking glass. There's bourbon in there and Coke. I started drinking at 10:30 this morning. Right? There's only one way to be blamed by your wife for drinking all day, is if you drink all day. All right. We're going to go over the news that I have: Star Wars Legion, Konflikt 47, Warhammer 40K. I really don't have much in the way of Star Wars Legion. As we know, the bikes are coming out soon. I mentioned in the last video they're $70 a piece. Ridiculous price for 2 units. And apparently, and I haven't researched this because I've been on a Konflikt 47 kick, but apparently there's a detachment. I use the word detachment, but that's really 40K. Battle force, that's the word I'm looking for. There's a battle force that you can take 4 of them. If that's true, you're looking at $280 to do that. Right, that's a lot of money. And this goes into what I was saying last episode. AMG is going into Games Workshop territory. And I'm not happy about it because I think their selling point was being on the cheaper end. I think that's what made them popular. Everybody wanted to get away from the 40K prices. Not going to change anything. I'm going to end up buying at least 3 of them. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm complaining, because I'm going to buy them. End of discussion. Last week, I finally found the wheeled Grievous, which I haven't built yet, but I finally found him, and I'm gonna put him together soon. Hopefully, he'll be on my list of stuff to do. As I was saying in the first recording of this video that didn't go through, building is one of the things I hate to do most. So I take my stuff to work, so it feels like I'm getting paid to build my stuff. I hate building. I know some people love it and they hate painting. I love painting. So building I despise. Where were we? Alright, so that's Star Wars Legion, just the bikes coming out. I haven't heard any other rumors or whispers. In my first video, I went off on clones, but I'm not going to do it this time. I know there's a lot of good clone players out there. I personally hate clones. It's up to me. They wouldn't even be a faction. But it's not up to me. So, lucky for y'all. Sitting here working on some Shrek Wolfen for Konflikt 47. My second squad. All the people I play love my Shrek Wolfen. They love them. They can't wait to see them. It's the best part of the game for them, is seeing the Shrek Wolfen come over the horizon and just ready to... I mean, they're basically rescue dogs. I mean, they're rescue dogs that just, they want a home. And they want to hug you. And sometimes they hug you with their fangs and their claws. You know, it's no big deal. Just chill the fuck out. Alright? Stop being a fucking wuss about it. You know, but... You know, everybody complains, oh, you killed off my whole fucking infantry platoon. You know, shut up. Right? Shut up. I don't complain when the fireflies fucking drop from the sky and then run away like a bunch of fucking bitches because they're regrouping hell. How are you regrouping in hell exactly? Because you're running away. You're not regrouping in anywhere bad. If you're regrouping in hell, you would jump closer to your enemy. Whatever. So I guess we got off the Legion information. Like I said, I don't have anything for Legion today. I couldn't find any rumors, any good news. So... there's nothing to talk about. Konflikt 47 news is my second smallest tidbit of news. Again, the first book is going to focus on Totem Core. They're going to revamp the lore, apparently. So anybody who played the first edition of Konflikt 47, the lore is going to be slightly changed. Sorry, I'm not keeping this in camera. I'm still working the area that the camera's in. Alright, one more Shrek Wolfen, and at least I got all these based. Then I gotta go to Terminators. Alright, so Konflikt 47. First book. Oh, excuse me. Focus on the Totem Core. Possibly need to start looking into buying more Totem Core after this book. Just what I heard. On the 30th of this month, it's going to be on sale. Where's my other Shrek? Oh no, I got all the Shrek Wolfen done. I thought I had one more. Alright, well, all the Shrek Wolfen are done. Terminator stuff. So, 30th of this month, the book goes on sale. Right now, there's pre-orders for the British units, like the Mark 1s and Mark 2s and the Galahad armor. So you don't have to purchase them in the starter set. Those are in my cart right now. And I will be purchasing them to go with my British army. See, I'm not completely evil. I mean, I do have a British army, you know. I just like the evil armies better. I like Darth Vader better than, you know, Luke Skywalker. I like Maul and Count Dooku better than I like, you know, Obi-Wan and stuff like that. I just happen to follow the more evil groups. I'm not sure why. Alright, we're back on Konflikt 47. Oh, second book coming out this year. Supposed to be focused on Japan. I know a lot of Japan players out there think that their army's a little weak sometimes. I think it's actually very good. I just think you have to have a very high ceiling of thinking to run them. Is like the Axis, they're just point and shoot. You don't have to really think about them. Schreckwolfen, point and run that way. Stay behind cover so you don't get shot to death. But I think Japan will benefit from the new book. Probably be out second quarter, maybe close to the middle of the year. And that leaves us to 40K. 40K, 11th edition is coming. Should be here May, June, something like that. What's speculated is Orcs versus Space Marines. Apparently the Space Marines are going to be painted like Blood Angels. And just now that I've heard, the Orcs are going to be painted as Goths. Apparently there's going to be new Orc models. I know Orcs got a refresh a couple years ago, but there's going to be new Orc models. Possibly in the Space Marines, there's going to be a set of Vanguard veterans and a jump pack chaplain. I don't know. Just the stuff I've heard. Possibly going to be a vehicle or a mech or some sort of gun platform. All this could be wrong. Could all be wrong. There might be a new HQ, possibly a runt herder with some new Gretchen. I like Gretchen. They're a pain in the ass to paint so many Gretchen, though. I mean, they're little, so they go fast, but it's just so many of them. It's ridiculous. I don't have really anything else for you guys today. I hope that's enough to survive till tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have some more information tomorrow. But if I don't, I'll come on and we'll paint something. We'll do something. I mean, like I said, you guys saw my basing material for most of my figures I do nowadays. I mean, I have a whole bunch of basing material up there. I use this system. I just bought 2 new containers of VMS Smart Mud. I think it's great. I'm not sponsored by them or affiliated with them. I found it by watching a scale model diorama maker. So, there you go. Alright. Don't have much else to say today. You guys take care. Hope you liked the video. If you get a chance, hit the like button. Subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Trying to get the channel up and running again. We may go back to the horror videos like once a year during Halloween, but we'll see. Can't make any promises. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.